So I don't actually know a lot about the show, I'm afraid.
You don't?
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's refreshing. Cool.
And it's going to be in the UK at some point, so maybe you could just give a general
Spiel.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay. For everyone under 25, you know, I've been talking to people lately who are, you know, sort of 20, and they're like, "What's Nikita?" I was like, I just want to cry. Okay, so the backstory of Nikita is that basically Nikita was a kid who grew up pretty rough, you know, in a sort of dark sort of situation with the family, abusive family. She became a street kid, drug addict, you know, whatever, committed crimes, and that's how she was found by the government. Basically, a girl whose family was killed, lived on the streets, you know, didn't have much, and the government sort of looked at that and said, "Oh, that'll work for us. You know, nobody's going to miss you," and basically plucked her off the streets and trained her to be this incredible operative, to do all the dirty things that the government does when we're not looking. And the minute that Nikita got to a level where she could hightail it out of there and use what she's learned against them, she did. And so this is enter where we start this season. Nikita's revenge. Yeah, this is what this is all about. Great. It's a classic revenge story.
And where's it going to go over the course of the season?
Ooh, if I could tell you all that, I'd be out of a job. Well, there's a couple storylines which are nice, and I think one of the big things is when you see the pilot, you don't know where all these characters have come from and how they got there. And throughout season 1, I think we're going to really explore the web, the very tangled web that's been weaved for these people by choice or by chance. It still happened. There's some unrequited love, which is really nice, which chicks love, I love. And a lot of weapons, a lot of fighting. Oh yeah, hell yeah, it's hardcore. I mean, this network's never done anything like this. It's really different for them, which I'm excited about, because if it wasn't, what's the point? You know.
Do you feel the pressure of being the first action show?
No, because even if it fails, it's like, guess what? I didn't stick to the same formula. We did something different. You know, at least we tried. You know, right?
Can you talk a little bit about your training for the role?
I wish I had more training for the role. I took 3 weeks before I left for the series to do a bunch of different martial arts stuff to get me more limber, some weight training, boxing, parkour. I don't know if you guys know what that is. Rappelling. Weapons. I mean, there's nothing that I wasn't doing. It was insane. And now that I'm up there, it's so quick. TV is so quick. I mean, I've never done TV, so for me, this is like shocking. You know, so I have a fight on Friday. They're like, "Oh, can we see you on Thursday for an hour? And we're going to teach you these, you know, 40 moves." And you're like, "Okay, sure." And can you be great on the day because you're Nikita? But there's really no time. There's not more time, you know, to train. You know, when you're in a big $150 million movie, you get a few months to really get it all down. And with this, if you're not at a level. So there's a little pressure with that, because if Nikita's not good, everything else goes to shit, basically. I mean, nothing else is cool. Yeah.
So have you had any like injuries or any sort of repelling stunts that have gone a bit wrong?
I've not. Everything goes wrong at some point. The only thing that went wrong for me was in the pilot, I gave a guy a black eye by accident. But kind of cool, right? He didn't duck.
It's not your fault.
I know. Do you like how I don't directly say it's his fault? But I'm like, well, if you don't want to get hit, you gotta duck. We had rehearsed it, and then on the day, not only did he not duck, he leaned forward into it, and he actually needed to lean back. Like, that was the whole point. And I hit him, and I just stood there. He was on the ground, and I was like, I had no idea. I was like, what just happened? And everybody was like, medic. And but you guys, he was an actor, which is the worst, because he had a role and then they had to cut it. He's still in the pilot, but he had more of a role. But after that, it was so swollen shut. He couldn't even open. I bought him flowers. I kissed his ass, like the whole thing.
And now he's not.
What's that?
Now you've just let everyone know on the internet that.
I know. But you don't have to tell them. It could just be between us.
No, because that's a great story. Sorry.
It's my shout-out apology to him if he's listening or reading, or, you know.
Did you like the original?
The original film?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I've not seen anything but the original film.
That you should keep it that way.
Thank you. That was my inspiration.
Yeah.
That's what I want to pay homage to. Luc Besson's, you know, creation of her. I think that's the truest version of what this is. So we're trying to be as authentic as he was in the 90s with her.
Did you have that in mind when you agreed to do the role, or did it come later? You agreed, and I
It's just
thought I
something
should see
I
this.
loved as a kid. I mean, I just loved it when I was a kid. I mean, it wasn't something I was supposed to watch, but it was, I was like, I loved Wonder Woman. I loved all the strong female characters when I was a kid. I just did. I don't know what that was about, but maybe because I used to get beat up by my sisters. So I was like trying to find a way to like fight back. So I loved all these, female characters. And Nikita was, the reason why she fascinated me is because she was incredibly flawed. She was this broken human being who was climbing her way out of this very, very dark hole that she didn't particularly put herself in. It was just something that happened out of circumstance. And so, a survivor. I love the survivors. So that's why I actually took it. Yeah. I wanted to be a part of that, telling that story.
Do you have any say in the storylines or the direction of the character? Or?
Yes, actually, which is so, like, who the hell am I? But the writers have been so open. Craig's here, actually, he's on the line. So open to, this is your baby. It's our baby, but it's your baby. And we want to make it very real for you. And so we have like a team of 8 writers, and we had a big meeting, and we mapped it all out. We sort of all gave our input, and it was great. And they're on set every day, so if something needs to change and if I have a problem, they're there. So that doesn't always happen.
So you really know where it's going for this?
I really do. I know more than anyone.
Now you're just showing off.
I'm sorry.
And I'm not going to tell
I don't have
you
any
anything.
other qualities, so that's all. That's what I can hook you with, and there you go.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna. Are we gonna meet people from her past, not necessarily just with the CIA, but before that?
Absolutely, which is going to be cool, and even the people within what it's called Division, which is like the CIA. You're going to find out what her history with them is as well, and why this, very adversarial relationship is happening.
There was something around these, right?
There is a romance there, or a hint of one. So we're also going to uncover what the hell happened there as well.
Does she have the same? She lacked social skills, I think, in the original.
Yeah.
So are you going to do all that? Maybe flashback to when she has to learn how to recognize before.
Absolutely. Or like be a woman, even, because what's weird is that she wants to destroy the people who created her. But the irony of that is before them, she was not even a whole person. I mean, I use whole very loosely, but she couldn't do anything for herself, really. So there's an incredible irony about that whole thing. You created this, and now I want to destroy you because I don't want to be here. I don't want to have done the things I've done in my life.
But it's going to show her being really, really.
Yes,
Like
we'll go
before,
all the way
when
back. We'll go all the way back.
Before she
Yeah.
learned to be a lady or whatever. It's going to show all that.
Yeah.
All right, thanks guys.
Thank you so much. That's fun.